Hello, and welcome to part two of Up in the North. The journey out of Wolvesmore was a quiet one. Melanthe wasn't taken off, more had to be involved in something with the Theurgin and the Sven. They went off in a different direction to you three. They will link up with you later. Well, she will. You walk for a long time, trudging and trudging. It is fall, so the snow is not too pre-heavy, but you do trudge through the slosh and bits of snow and idle rainfall that's followed. For some of you who have not been up to here, it's such a barren place at first. Empty and vast. You could understand what Artemi truly meant by you could howl here and nobody would truly hear you. As you begin to realize as you slope down a more snowy hill, this is the wild. In every sense of the word. And as you walk along, you do begin to get the scope and perhaps a bit of dread in your heart at what is truly out here and what it might have done to these kin and how the hell are you going to find them? And even better yet, how the hell are you going to get back? So as our three wander through, they gain a sense of an open field. As you all look down the map, you gain the sense of that there are more things, more ways towards forest. There's a lake up in the distance. You can see it clearly. Or there are the mountains. The camp pointed closer towards the lake. Water is essential. You can already tell. But you do have word that there might open the mountains, maybe. But so, which do you choose? Head towards the lake. Guaranteed there's water. Or head towards the mountain and take the risk. And that is panning on them, trudging through the big snow. Oh, I was feeling through my gam shit.
All right, you good now?
Map, you figure that's where the most like point on is. You figure that's probably the safest safest point because water, trees that can be easily accessed and they don't have to go too deep into the mountains. But you do see several things like glimpses of flashes of maybe else up in those mountains. You did hear rumors that they were building out here. Maybe that could be up there too. But you do know for certain things are at the lake, but that curiosity is always there.
Do you know who is, taking point on most of this, being the scout and all, being the Ragabash, a little bit further ahead than the other two? Still clearly, what? Probably there at the top of the hill. She's midway down it. She looks over, looks at. She kept a map. She's got her own map that she kind of swiped and stuff before even leaving Horsefire. Stands there for a second, waiting for the other two to eventually make their way down to join her. Points towards the mountains and the lake. It's going to be one or the other. What's the call?
And Charlotte is, let's say, as it becomes clear that one choice or the other is going to have to be made, is, oh, she's doing the glasswalker thing. She has no idea whether she'll have signal out here, but that's what screen caps are for. So she is flicking back and forth between a couple of screen caps taken from as close as she could get on Google Earth to the the area where she figured the camps were, having researched back at home. And it's just kind of squinting and wrinkling her nose because I have no idea how much she'll get off them. Probably not a lot.
So, from what I would guess, mountains, well, the mountains could be streams up through there. They could set up camps up through there, but I don't trust the mountains personally. Lake camps, they're going to be too far from a water source, and it's a pretty big one. Shelter in the trees. Could be nothing, could be promising. But what do you guys think?
Kind of rub her hair, glancing, like just scanning over what they can see of the tree line. Is there any obvious point where it kind of cuts dead, like where there is a blank spot where the logging was?
Give me perception alertness.
Will.
Also, while she's doing that, Torna, out of
Yes.
curiosity, because Gina would be looking more closely after, she's had a look, they can decide. Around where they are there any, like, tracks as such?
Give me perception survival.
Survival. Sweet. Silently. $989.
Okay. What you get, Charlotte?
9 and a 6.
Okay. Yes. With 2 successes, yes. You can see it clearly, though. You gotta go further down past that lake. For Juno, there's been animal tracks, yes. There has been wolf tracks, but you could not possibly tell for sure if they're guru or not. You know, it's you definitely reckon animals have made their way down here a good few times.
Yeah, and she'll, as she's given her point, her spiel, she'll go down the hill, kind of at the bottom where the curve comes into flat land, and the two will see her crouching down, looking in the snow, because clearly in the snow, that's, even if it's a thin coated layer, you can still see on the frosted grass the kind of the prints of such. She looks around, spotting the few wolf tracks, potentially a few deer. Nothing massive. And was there people or no people?
No people.
No people, just animals, right?
Yep. What Juno will notice actually for 3 successes, snow is starting to fall. Idle drops.
She looks around, looks up. Well, I can tell it's the only animal's been out around here, what, recently? It's getting colder. Looks up as bits of snow starts to fall down.
Yeah. Charlotte will have a couple flakes land on her screen, clicks it off, shoves it back in her bag, pulls her glove back on, kind of points with her nose. Oh, it looks like they were clearing over there, and it is only just past the lake, so probably a camp between there and the lake. They're not going to clear right where they're camping.
They wouldn't
Makes
use
sense.
the mountain.
Hmm?
Too much work.
Yeah. Harder to haul. So, cut around the lake, head towards that, probably find it on the way.
Better than swimming.
Oh, no.
If we can avoid swimming in this weather, it kind of looks up again as snow still trickling down.
Yeah, I don't want to be part of the Polar Bear Club. We'll just, no.
We'll walk. Keep an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Juno will take point again, starting to move towards the lake. Not keeping ahead, probably what, 15 feet. You know, the scouting distance. You know, it is plains, so you can't really lose sight.
I mean, to be fair, as long as she's still in sight, like as they've been walking, Charlotte won't bitch unless she gets like completely the fuck out of sight. So
No,
she
no.
can take as much lead as she likes.
She, well, you know what? She takes a fairly sizable lead because scouting. It's just how it is, especially on
So,
plains.
so you head across the plains. It's relatively easy. You come across the lake. It seems to expand more, as you can tell. It's kind of going outwards. For Juno, I need you to roll me another perception survival. Your difficulty is 7.
2 9s.
You get the general idea. You can kind of see a bit more gilded trees up in the distance. You got to cross the lake, though. The river.
Oh, it goes from a lake, kind of big stagnant pool, to a semi-flowing
kind of-
river.
Yeah, it kind of expands out. Like you reckon you've hit the end, and you're kind of traveling upwards, essentially.
And she'll kind of stop and wait for the two to join, and they'll hear as they make their way up to Juno the kind of the rattling of something, as though she's emptying that chewing gum pack. Puts one in her mouth, disgusted. Well, I can see they're over there somewhere. See it, tree line. It doesn't make sense. It's too thin compared to everything else. But
Yeah.
I sure as hell can't see a nice, lovely bridge across this damn thing.
Oh, I mean, from here we can go around one way. We can go around the other way. Just hold on. Let me see if I can figure out which side of the river it's on. Again, pulls up the map, screen caps, kind of poking around, trying to see if she can figure out, at the very least, maybe which side of the river they need to start on.
East.
So yeah, she'll
You
jerk her
are
thumb.
on the southwest side.
Hike around the lake looks like.
Way around we go.
That or like
Yeah.
go up further and hope the river's got a really, really narrow point, but around seems like a better idea.
It'll have to be.
Glance up again. It'll be good to be undercover again.
Stay closer when we're in the trees. Can't see you as far.
I got it.
Yeah. This thing isn't going to be that much help. So she'll take a second and kind of sugar down to Lupus finally. Gotten to the point where eyes and ears are more important than electronics. She'd never say this aloud.
Juno will do the same. But again, just a pop,
I'll spend like this the whole time.
instant verbal.
It has become very clear that Charlotte does not have that much faith in her fur. She is not nearly as shaggy as the two get.
And Juno will start moving around the lake.
You do. Trudging her way. As Juno's pacing ahead, I'm going to get, since Alice is at the back of perception alertness.
Will do. Depending on the difficulty.
4. Floating up along the streams of the lake, you see kind of small, at first, your wolf head kind of tilts a bit. As you kind of, after trekking your way through, you begin to slowly see as it floats along down a small, delicate, like, bracelet.
There. You see that?
Stops, turns, looks. What is it?
Jewelry. There was a piece of jewelry floating away.
I take a closer look at the water.
Yeah, Charlotte will hitch over. Probably has been walking pretty even with Alice for the most part, letting Juno get ahead, but especially as they're getting around and finding things, we'll hitch up shoulder to shoulder, kind of. Not quite bumping, but keeping close. So yeah, she'll perk and glance around. Makes a good argument for it being right upriver.
It can't have been in there long. I don't think.
Charlotte's inner engineer starts kind of paying attention to how quickly the water's moving.
Slowly. Like a gentle stream.
Was it floating?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't have been that long ago unless it was dramatically upstream, but this stuff's not exactly going fast. Yeah,
I suppose it was disquieting.
it would be. Let's keep your ears out, because unless it's coming from far, far upstream, you're right. Or unless it got caught on something.
We will have to be on our guard now. This is not a good omen.
Agreed.
No, it's not. Gives herself a bit of a shake. Let's
Stay
do it.
close.
Yeah.
Both of you.
And with far less enthusiasm, Charlotte will take kind of an experimental step forward, glancing over to Alice, and yeah, stays real close.
But we're moving on. Juno will stay closer, probably about, 5 feet in front rather than the 10, maybe 15 she was keeping. But not like right up next because you can't get a good vision.
So you begin to move
Yep.
slowly. You gain up another ways. And for Alice, who spotted the bracelet, and Juno, give me another perception survival. For Alice, perception alertness again.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. It's only a fail, though.
Yep.
2 this time.
Juno, the tracks have stopped. You can't see them. For Alice, however, you spot it right across that river.
Stop. Both. Stop.
Stops.
Yeah, freezes mid stride.
Drops.
Charlotte actually sees the drop and starts kind of like hunkering a bit down herself.
Look hard. Do you see anyone?
I've lost the tracks.
No. Across the river there. Do you see anyone?
And she'll, because Juno was facing the different direction, she will turn and look.
Yeah, Charlotte will terrorize off the other side of them, tree side, kind of crane around Alice to get a look.
Just the dried blood in the snow flowing along.
I don't see
It's
anything
still
so
red.
red.
It's still red.
No way we can tell how fresh without being up close. But it's pretty fresh.
Something
By
else is here with us.
good estimate, depending on how often snow's fallen, week max. It's an educated guess.
No. More recent. The bracelet.
That's what I mean. Maximum a week, could be no more than that.
Probably more like maximum a couple hours. And that's still probably a high maximum if that thing's only just floating. Charlotte has
This
flipped
feels-
around to stare into the trees again.
This feels like a warning.
Feels like we're on the right tracks.
Yes. Prepare for combat.
Should we go for it in Hispo?
There is a chance hikers could see us. The fear would not grip them. They would grab to their cameras to see the dire wolf.
Yeah.
We would be undone.
Fuck it, let's just keep moving.
You keep moving. Since it's the next morning, I'm going to say that'd be nice and give you guys your full rage.
My hero.
But you keep moving. More caution in your step, perhaps more dread. But the first thing you all see after, I'd say, half an hour of just pacing is that in the distance. Although, compared to the picture, snow has trickled all along it. The window is broken. You can just see that in the distance. The logs are kind of scattered. Looks more like a skeleton than anything.
I got machinery.
You see any movement?
Nothing from what I can tell. It's completely untouched.
Yeah, Charlotte's tail does the pop up for half a second and then slowly kind of eases back down.
We'll walk in towards it. If we hear shouting, we'll run away like normal wolves would.
Solid plan.
I can dig it.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah. Careful little trot.
You make up slowly. Who's the first one to get close to the logs?
Probably Juno. She's taking point. Unless anyone else wants to take point.
No, I think you've got it.
Alright, Juno's first to the logs.
You kind of dip your snoot against one of the logs. They kind of roll down in an idle dink dink. Doesn't make that much noise, but you look up, Juno, and that's when you see one of the bodies just lying there, back to you. But you see the blood dripping out of his fingers like little droplets onto the snow. And that's when you see the tear starting from the back, opening up all the skin and exposing the spine.
Got casualty.
I have a-
Definitely not human.
It looks more like no, in fact, it looks like a bear attack.
See? We'll let you kind of squint and
Huh.
see. Bear?
Charlotte's gonna very tentatively inch around to try to see if she can look up around the pile. She's obviously leery to go more than a couple feet from Alice and Juno, but is like, if I crane just this way, maybe I can get a look at. Oh God. While they're investigating the body.
You crane. Give me a perception investigation for Charlotte. What are the other two doing?
Juna's gonna first of all kind of pull the logs to see how solid they are.
They start to ricochet downwards like do, and the body rolls. And there's another one.
Well, they know we are here now.
It kind of rolls down.
The second body, his arm is bent backwards. His chest is caved in. As if a great weight is just pressed down. Maybe it was the logs. His leg is splayed a different way and his eyes are popped open.
It seems like one horrific bear attack.
Bear. Wasn't this camp wormish?
Yeah,
No?
that's the word.
Was it?
That's
I
why
thought
the
we-
kin were here, was to investigate worm taint spreading from the logging company.
The worm. The skull bears?
No.
A normal bear would not do this.
Could be.
For Charlotte, for 3, you start to scoop over. There's another body in the crane.
Once she's craned around, is there any chance that she can get a like lean enough to kind of get a glance around the better swath of the cleared area, just to see it, how many bodies are peppering it?
35.
I'm gonna have to shift up to get pictures of this.
At least do it where you're out of sight.
There is, you know what? Hold on. Actually, you said the body was still dripping blood?
Mm-hmm.
There's a thoughtful glance. How long does it take a body to stop bleeding? Starts kind of backpedaling up until her butt bumps into Alice.
Can I roll
Not-
to know
You would know that if you've had a decent medicine score.
that? Medicine is 1.
Same.
Couple hours.
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 Yeah, there's probably nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna do something. Give me a second.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna see if there's anything still warm here.
Ugh.
Yeah, fuck it. And yeah, she's starting to get kind of wigged out. So I am going to spend a point of gnosis for cyber senses. I'm going to get me that sweet, sweet, like, predator vision.
There is nothing warm here. What is eerie is if things seem to be moving slower here.
She's glancing around, no warm bodies, scans the tree line, full circle.
Even the snow seems to move that much ever slower by a centimeter.
This is a bad place. I do not think we'll find kin here.
If it's been hours, there might be a few survivors.
There's nothing warm here, Juno. And she says as she continues to kind of spin around, like, ears up, for all that helps her vision, and still just kind of slowly scanning the tree line, scanning across the camp. I can roll for bits if you need me to. I can literally see heat right now, and there
Roll me.
it's-
You can roll primal urge if you're starting to investigate the bodies.
Gina definitely will. Poke at some of them. Perception or...
Perception primal urge, yes.
Sweet.
On the other hand, if whatever it is, unless it's as cold as the snow, it's not here anymore either.
Okay.
There are Getkin here.
So I should be safe to shift up for a second. Still glancing around as she says it, not trusting even herself.
I
Somebody-
do not think that is wise.
Gotta bring back something.
You don't know. Just because you can't see anything watching doesn't mean there's nothing watching. Some of these are Gatkin.
Yeah.
The more you start to go through, the more you notice the bodies are let's just say no bear did this. One, in fact, is ripped into pieces. You find an arm, a leg, a head, what's left of a head, as if he was pulled apart.
This is an execution ground.
Or slaughter.
We still have to bring back proof, something to.
Then
the
let them
sounds.
cast the truth of Gaia. Let them read my tongue if they wish.
Which ones were Getkin?
Janelle point them out.
And yeah, Charlotte will kind of creep over to those ones, kind of glancing over.
They
Still,
were treated. They were treated. They were treated the exact same way. You get the impression out that everybody here, there was no mercy, no quarter, nothing was given.
Here's a question for you. Looking over where everyone has fallen, does it look like this was done in the midst, like with zero warning? Are there people who clearly ran and were like taken down on the way out? Is there anything like that? Any sign of alarm or fighting back?
There was no fighting. There may be one or two bullet wounds in the logs, but you get in people were dragged.
Yeah, she'll ease up to the ones that are Getkin, nose them over for things like some token item that might be important to the people that are still back at Sept.
You'll find IDs, family pictures. Five of them are from Heartsfire.
Fuck me.
Alright. Now we know what happened to them. Just gotta find out what actually did it.
And then what? There's nothing but death here.
It's not our job to go find what did it. It's our job to come see what happened, why they're not reporting in, and report back.
If Juno's looking around, for any of you looking around, give me another perception investigation.
Yeah, Judah's totally looking around right now. That is
I'll
4
say sure.
successes if Lupus counts.
Yes. Yes.
Charlotte's still focused on the bodies, so I'm not gonna roll.
There are bloody footprints heading off into the woods. Something is bleeding quite heavily.
Human.
Yes.
I got prints.
Alright, let's chase it up.
You sure you want to do this?
I do not find it wise.
Jill, actually, you know what? Trot over, like, having her bag on her, like, noses, various personal items into them, and then trots over and will attempt, I don't know if it'll work this way, but we'll attempt to do Son of the True Form on the blood-filled footprints.
It won't work like that.
It was worth a shot.
Blood's too dried.
Bleeding like this, it really didn't get far. Glances back to Alice. There's a survivor. We need to get him back.
There's nothing but death here.
Out of eeriness, there is, you do hear howls of wolves in the distance, but you know the difference between a guru howl and a fucking wolf howl at this point.
Actually, if I don't deactivate the vision, can she, once Juno's pointed the tracks out, like, take a second and really focus down on lock on that direction?
You can.
See if she can pick up even a weak heat signature.
The footprints are fairly far. Your cyber senses only get you so far. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. It's no better than her normal vision would be. It's just giving her different information.
Mm-hmm.
It's your call, Charlotte.
And it's back to Alice.
You know my counsel on this.
If you were going to do something like this, why would you leave one alive? You think they just played dead convincingly? They're bleeding enough for it.
I think they played a game. This was organized. This was set. I am a Redmond. I know what an execution is. If one walked away, it was because the killers were playing a game. Or they wanted to make an example.
You know what? I only can think to solve this with the willpower roll. Or is there anything else I could do, like tactically or whatever, to determine how realistic it is for that person to still be alive with that kind of blood loss? Considering this happened maybe an hour or so ago, since nobody's still warm, but blood is still dripping.
Again, what for Charlotte's notice, because you got that successful perception result, things are moving slow here. The snow falls slower. You even touch the logs, they roll down, they fall slower. When you put your foot paws in the ground, the trudges of snow, everything moves slow.
Is anyone else feeling that?
Feeling what?
Something's... The ears kind of twitch. I don't know, it's like a fucking temporal bubble or some shit. The snow's even falling slower.
I don't know what you mean.
Watch. You, like, actually turn around, wander over to where... I mean, we've already knocked over a bunch of logs. The noise isn't really a thing at this point. Maybe someone will think something's rooting through it. She goes over and will, with her nose, like one of the smaller ones, just kind of give it a bit of a bump to send it rolling down as it falls in fucking slow-mo.
Not super slow-mo, but
Yeah.
you do catch it. Especially with your lupus senses.
Everything's slower.
What matter is it to us?
That means they may have been here longer. If somehow time is going slower here, it means this could have happened longer ago and it would look fresher.
Alice's ears flatten. This is some third nerd shit.
I'd look
She's
across.
not liking it.
I don't even know what the fuck to look for.
What is your point?
My point is this has been here longer and still looks fresh. Probably. I didn't notice the snow doing this on our way in. It's just here.
Then that is what we will tell them. I see no spirit talker with us.
Kind of does like the little stompy paw. Not to make a point or anything, just because she's annoyed. How far out does it go? Start kind of like backtracking a little, or whichever direction one of them is in.
Once you go past the logs and head out another 20 paces, it's normal again.
Yeah, she eases along carefully, still watching. And yeah, once the snow starts falling, glances back. It stops here.
All right. Charlotte, we have done our duty.
You know what? While she's poked outside of that area, she does another quick scan around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that one guy was, but he fucking beefed it.
What?
worry about it, Katie.
Nothing. You saw nothing. It's okay. It's okay. That's really respect.
Trying to be a cheater. Be warm.
Yeah.
You need me to roll alertness?
No.
Okay. I have no idea what's going on.
Stop looking at me rolling.
I mean, I wasn't originally. I blame Bob. So yeah, she like takes a quick glance around, gives herself a bit of a shake. Oh, we know what happened, sort of. Enough. Catch whiff of, I don't know. I don't even know what Talon or Wendigos smell like.
You don't need to. They have a habit of making themselves known to your eyes.
Now
Couldn't
everyone
variety
roll.
options.
Now we'll roll me perception awareness.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
Paranoia paid off.
One success.
Yeah, oh my god, Katie.
The sky is darkening. Not in the way of nighttime, but in the way of that's a storm.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That isn't just in that's blizzardy type shit.
Charlotte, we need to go.
Okay. We're gonna have to find somewhere to fucking den up, though. We're not gonna make it all the way back before that hits. Got you.
Damn it.
Let's get the fuck away from this.
Yes.
On the way across, following the river, did I spot or can I remember any, like, not caves, but like alcoves that would be decent shelters? There's just, something.
Give me an intelligence survival check.
I certainly can. Whoa, okay. 10, 6, 10, 7.
Yeah.
There's a place back near the river. I spotted it out on the way up here.
You know, I bet that set of footprints is what leads to your bloody spot next to the river.
It's back. We came past it.
Do the footprints go even remotely in the direction back?
No.
Come on.
We need to move.
Let's go before the
Okay,
storm hits.
okay, let's fucking move.
Yeah. And again, starts trotting off to the front, taking point.
Taking a quick scan real fast before we're completely out of range. Are there any sort of I don't imagine that there'd necessarily be security cameras out here, but like, is there lighting? Is there any sign that electric has been brought out here or run
There
out
was,
here?
but it has been
Like, if there was a generator or something, it's been fucking demolished, hasn't it?
not by teeth or claws. It looked like it blew up.
Ugh. Yeah, she'll squint at that for a second and yeah, trot along, catch up, shoulder to shoulder with Alice. I'm pretty sure that was the door.
So as you begin to move, the wind begins to howl. Snow begins to fall heavier and heavier and heavier. And now you begin trudging.
Just following Juno. Probably start yipping when she gets too far, because let's face it, if it's really starting to come down and she's pale furred, it'll be really easy to lose her. So she'll just kind of give a yip to let her know when she's getting to where she's hard to see.
Like, she's literally probably about, at this point, as it gets heavier, about 5 feet in front of you. If that.
Yeah. For all I care, we can walk nose to butt.
Yeah. No, she's gonna follow the trail back and hopefully find that shelter again.
Again, that storm, man, it's getting stronger. As you start building your way through, leaving your fur, like you start to feel this unnatural shiver go down your spine. Cold is cold. You begin to pounce your way through and try just to make it, you know? For what you hear, though, you've been hearing wolf howls, yes, but you hear a long one kind of carry. It's beautiful sounding. It's almost welcoming, in fact, for all of you. As you're making your way through, perhaps maybe it's a wolf pack of its own, but such a beautiful howl just echoes through. So inviting, so welcoming.
Come on, we're almost there.
Is the howl coming from a different direction than where we're headed?
Hard to tell in this storm. But yes, you reckon it's coming from behind you. Maybe. You look around, but it just seems to echo around, reverberating in the storm itself. Mainly, it could be due to the wind howling. Could be due just to your own senses being a bit blurred due to just the sheer volume of snow.
Pardon as we were trying to figure out what's what in this fucking carry-out bag. Bob will be back in just a second. Thank you. So I'm sorry, what direction is the howl coming from versus...
We don't know.
Oh.
Too hard to tell. Storm, it's the wind's blowing too hard. Effectively, it echoing with it. Either way, Juno will keep trudging along.
Mm-hmm.
As the snow gets deeper and harder to move, it's just like the sheer force of no, I am not stopping.
You eventually get to one of the outlying caves and kind of descend in. Trudging up against each other, the wind howls so deep. And then that howl just seems to echo around it. Such a deep, strong howl.
Does it in any way resemble any of the howls we've been taught?
No. No.
Yeah, once we find that alcove, I assume everyone's getting, like, shoved in real close together.
Dogpile.
Hopefully blowing in fast means it'll blow out fast, too.
That's one thing to hope for. Until then, we've got nothing to do but wait.
The storm isn't the fear here. It works against them as much as us.
Unless it was them who brought it. You can never know with these kind of things. And yeah, Juno will sit there.
Again, for you guys, I put the howl and what exactly it sounds like out in the side chat there as well.
Juno will sit there, kind of like a sentry, just watching, trying to see through, because it's a thick blizzard though. The snowflakes, they're more like, they're kind of the thick, moving too quickly to look through, but enough where you can kind of see silhouettes and shit if things are moving.
What's eerie for you guys is, as you're like, some of you probably try to lay down, you know you're going to be waiting here for a while. Sleep is impossible. Every time you close your eyes, that howl just echoes into your mind again and again and again. The same howl over and over and over.
It's like they're taunting us.
Feels like. She just like stuffs her nose into someone's side. She doesn't even care who. Ears just kind of stay up. The eyes stay kind of lazily half open. A lot we can do until the snow stops.
Not really. But Juno will. You know what? Shrines. Is there anything moving out there, Torna?
Give me a perception alertness.
That's what I hope you'd say. 7 if it hits. A7, not 7 successes.
By the time that snow actually has stopped, it's evening. And it's thick. And Juno, you spot it first. Eyes.
We got eyes.
Yeah. As much as we can in whatever little alcove, Charlotte will go ahead and get her feet under her. But pressed with our backs to it is better than having open backs.
I can't see how many properly, but there's something out there, and it is watching.
Is it coming any closer?
Is it, Torna?
You're not sure? Well, 1, you have no idea.
For 6 counts. I got a 7
Nope.
and a 6. Nope, I thought as much, but yeah.
Can I try and peer?
You can try.
Ooh. No.
Oh, God.
3.
Essentially, Charlotte, what are you on about? Alice? That's 5, 6.
6 sets.
Then
We're
what are
sitting
they
ducks
waiting
here. You know what? I'm not willing to find out what they're waiting for.
What are you gonna do? Go out where they can get you from all sides?
I'm not going to do anything unless I'm told to.
Is there enough room in whatever little alcove this is? Like, how much of a depression do we have? Like, how far back out of the open air are we? And is there any kind of bottleneck? Can we all stand up? Can any of us have enough room to take Hispo?
I'm gonna put it like this: in Lupus, you can cover yourselves. Your kind of backs up, butt up against the wall. It's barely covered, but it's kind of like it's a good thing to wait for the storm to pass. At a bottleneck, you're more open than anything.
You think they'll let us, well, let them chase us out?
You want to ask? Or do you want to try and find out?
I could distract them, maybe.
No.
Anyone's distracting them, Alice. At least I can disappear quickly.
I swore an oath.
How about none of us split off and die?
Sounds like a good idea.
Do any of you do wolf speak at all? I really didn't pick it up. My tongue's easy enough, but
Whatever we're needing to do, we need to decide quickly. Because I don't know how long we can just stare these guys down.
Silence. The howls stop.
They'll act soon.
actually, can I try to get a whiff of them?
Sure.
Sign of the true form automatically succeeds for kinfolk and Gru.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to
They're
see if
Gru.
I can all of them.
There's some lupuskin in there. There's 1 or 2 Guru in there.
There's more than one Gru in that group, but not all of them.
But the howling starts picking up again. It's almost as if this chanting.
Let's keep to the wall and start moving. Not fast.
There's not going to be a wall as soon as we get out this little alcove. We've got trees behind us. That's it.
I assume the alcove is in a wall of some sort.
But we're like really scrunched together. Just kind of like, it's like I imagine it's like a windbreak essentially.
Yep.
With a little
Okay, so
overhead
not-
top.
Okay.
So imagine, all right, you're gonna have to think real hard here. Ice Age 3, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, where Sid has the egg.
I did not watch Ice Age 3.
God fucking damn it!
It's a windbreak. That's essentially what it is.
It's a windbreak out in an open area. It is not an alcove in like a
Yes.
cliffside, which is where my mistake was.
God damn it. But anyway,
Alice, I assume you've had more trading with standoffs than I have.
It's hitting a point. They're working themselves up to this.
Is there any way we can disengage?
If they'd meant to scare us off, they would have been louder. They just want to see if we're going to make this easy on them or not. Normally...
You know what? Hey, Torna.
Hey,
To gain
buddy.
more insight into this, I'm going to roll my 1 fucking dot of ancestors.
Do it.
I love you.
Nope.
Your ancestors like, bruh. Man. It's
Great no
Towns,
shit.
man. Nah.
there ain't no chickens here.
No
you
one
want?
answers me.
Charlotte's finally gonna say, I'm gonna try to talk.
They're not talkers.
They're not.
No, but are they really gonna risk their kinfolk on this?
They don't view it's a risk. They have numbers on us.
They do. But there is no guaranteeing all those kinfolk survive if they rush 3 of us.
Charlotte, think like a wolf. Not as the glass walker for just 5 seconds.
Fuck's sake. They don't think like people. They're basically rabid animals.
These things have us in a corner, scared, and outnumbered. They're winning.
You can hear a mocking yip, 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 yip echo across.
You see?
Assholes.
Like I said, I can distract them.
How? Is it suicide?
Leaders never back down from a challenge.
Maybe, but like you said, they're not people. The whole pack could jump on you.
Maybe.
The whole pack probably will jump on you.
And you two will go.
I'm not doing that again. Glancing around,
Our other choice is to run and see who gets picked off.
is there any, like, what is the nearest kind of cover of any sort that we can even see? Or is the snow
Tips
still
and
going?
darkness. No, the storm has stopped. Now it's snow. Now it's just dark.
Liz!
If you bank right out of the alcove and head down, there's a stream. Oh, the stream might have a chance.
And she will, for what it's worth, flick off the heat vision because as great as it might have been for spotting something hiding, when everything's cold, it's not so fucking useful. She'll lower her voice considerably. All gonna get fucking hypothermia, but when Lily got out, it was with a stream. We could try to do the same thing. If we bank right hard enough and we run like hell. I know they're gonna chase us if we run, but we can't just sit here. They're just gonna jump on us anyways.
I need a decision. They're not waiting any longer.
Let's go. Right towards the stream.
All right. As soon as Charlotte says go, y'all fuck it. Just gonna bolt.
Give me a dex athletics check.
Nope, doing the same thing.
Because
Hello,
now
right on
she
her
has, now she has orders. Dex 3. The 3.
Okay.
5.
Ooh,
Holy
Yep.
shit.
You all start sprinting. You just hear then this howl of pure ecstatic joy echo throughout the landscape that just shudders a bit. You all start sprinting along, banking banking right. But you notice then out of the corner of your eye, I'm going to give this to fucking Charlotte because she's banked the hardest. Alice is close behind and Juno is third. They're following you. Not out of relentless pursuit. It's almost as if the kinfolk and maybe a guru. You're not sure. But you're moving and moving and moving and moving and moving, but they are looking right at you the entire time. Now give me another wits athletics.
Wait, athletics.
ooh. I think that's a fail.
Is
Fucking ones.
so Alice and Juno make their way over the snow, carefully choosing where their paws are going so they don't. Charlotte, you're slowing down.
Yeah, she's just trying to bullet, and that is not the tactic to take with heavy snow.
Now that you slowed down, this happens. Still gets you. Soak me one ag as just you hear a. It's right across the side of your leg as that figure just darts by.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I gotta roll 3 extra dice.
Okay. You do that.
3 ag.
Okay. Two of it is soaked.
Hits you right in the back of the thigh. Just a. As you look behind you, nothing. But you hear the panting and you hear the mocking. You know that yiping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She'll give a sharp yipe of like as much anger because the pain isn't that bad. It's only one. It's something she can cope with, but it's still kind of a shock that they moved fast enough to get up on her fucking thigh like that. So if nothing else, it'll call attention to the fact that she's falling behind, and yeah, she gives a yipe and kind of whirls to snap, mostly blindly, just in response. Pulls back the lips.
Oh dear Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, everyone. That's when you hear it as this thunderous howl. I mean, the trees begin to shake. I need everyone to take me a rage and fear.
Okay.
And if you are at the required level, I need you to roll Fox Frenzy.
Okay.
What is the required level?
In order to do any kind of
4.
frenzy, you need at least
4.
4 successes.
All right.
Hey, folks.
Ah, shit.
Well, I don't know what fucking moon phase it is right now, to be honest with you.
Let me look. It is the 10th. Oh, you might be the luckiest son of a bitch ever.
That's what is what?
It
One
is
seven.
like right next to a new moon, so diff would be 8.
It's close. Alice is. I'm gonna say, Alice, you're fucking terrified, but you don't Fox Frenzy.
Yeah.
But you're
Okay.
goddamn terrified.
All right. I was just trying to stay honest, bruh.
No, you're good. You're good. And you nearly feel it, but whoa, fuck me, you're scared.
So it's gonna continue kind of trying to scramble to catch up. But
Juno hearing the yelp and the massive kind of booming snarl, effectively, she will stop in her tracks and just wait for Charlotte and kind of nudging it like, "Come on, move now."
You're waiting. Beautiful. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's about it.
Hold on to your butts.
I'm holding on.
Swear to Christ! Oh, for fuck's sake!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right in your thigh. Right in the
Jesus.
leg. They aimed. You just need
Ag.
to soak one. You live. That's ag straight into your like. They aimed right for your leg.
Well, I'd fucking love to. Let's. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But Juno, they hit. You are now at a +1 diff to move. As they gallops away, spending rage.
Is there any chance I can get a shot at this thing as it's going past?
Diff 9.
I know I'm just gonna hit air, but I'm gonna try.
Ain't you in lupus?
Yeah.
Oh, how? Yeah, I'll go ahead. Diff 9.
Basically, it is up to you whether we are close enough when it makes the swipe. Because if she is waiting and Charlotte's trying to catch up, there's no guarantee I'll be close enough to take a snap.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna roll for you. I'll leave it a chance, and I'll be fair. I'll go with the usual high roller for you. Yeah, take a diff 9 shot.
Fuck it.
Just don't botch.
If you botch, you by Juno.
Actually, how much? 1, 2, 3, 4. It did 6 act to me, right? And I soaked it.
You did 7.
Did
No,
7?
it got 1.
Go on,
Mhm.
sweet. Just making sure because I didn't mark it down on my sheet instantly.
As tempting as it is, I can't afford to hit Juno.
But Juno, your leg.
Yep, that's hurting like fuck.
Mhm.
Yeah. Charlotte is still trying to kind of galumph it through the fucking snow.
And let me just double check. Alice, you're still running, I'm assuming, right?
I mean, within reason. Just can't exactly leave him to die.
Oh, no. It's just, I imagine you're kind of like, come on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all doing that with each other. So yeah, she's going to be nosing along, but trying to keep pace with Juno so she didn't get left completely behind and pot-shotted again.
Well,
So,
They're trying to
considering-
fucking hamstring us.
considering I just got hit, Juno is gonna start using some tricks. So, because, well, let me just double check. I will be spending a Gnosis,
mm-hmm.
and I roll my Stamina Primal Urge to activate Troll Skin.
Mm-hmm.
Primal Urges.
This is where they get fun.
I get, oh yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Cool.
I now have +7 stamina on soak.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Sweet. Yep, you just, Charlotte, as you call it to Juno, you just see she's gritting her teeth at the stinging on the back. You see the leg kind of quivering a bit where it's bleeding slightly. And then the skin underneath the fur kind of like goes thinner, but you can see this kind of like almost, it looks like, you know what a scab would look like? Heavy scabs kind of looks like that, but like a rocky kind of look.
Come on, now we have to get to the water. We can't leave a blood trail. Nose.
Yeah, just turns around and starts running again.
Yeah.
Everyone, give me Dex Athletics.
Div 7 for me.
Yep.
Hey, lucky sevens.
2, 5.
4 successes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 2.
2.
Cool. 2. Beautiful. Because they spilled your blood. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you're running along, taking pell-mell. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four, five, 6 levels of lethal. Several woos just start biting into you almost rampantly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 soaked. How many do I take? Sorry,
An
1,
additional 2 lethal. 2.
2.
2.
I missed out the first one.
And they start backing off then once they hear another yiping howl. But
Can we spend rage to break that distance?
yes, you can.
I'm biting somebody. Especially if there's multiple of them, it's a pretty good chance I'm hitting someone that's not Juno. But I'm gonna land a snap on someone.
Roll it. Again, for you guys, because you're trying to traverse through that heavy snow, diff 8.
And for the cinematic approach, it looks effectively as Juno takes off, and that little taking point again, just getting that little bit of lead.
Well, hold on. I'm saying, like, can I spend rage to catch up and snap one of them while they're munching on Juno?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Diff 8, Lisa.
Diff 8 to hit.
Cinematic.
Jesus. Gotcha.
It's almost as if they planned this.
I know, it's almost like they're good at this or something. That's okay.
So as if I roll troll skin for a reason.
That's still 3 successes.
Mm-hmm. Roll your damage.
Yeah. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She lunges in when they all descend on Juno and she's not even aiming for a particular body. She just reaches out and snaps and crunches as hard as she fucking can.
Soaked. And this in response, because I'm not keeping this combat nice and loose, because that's the whole point of this. Now, this is where it gets really fun. As Alice is coming up around the rear, I'm assuming Alice spent rage as well.
Yeah.
I need you all to roll me willpower.
It's not as bad as it used to be.
Diff 8.
2 successes.
4.
Cool. You guys don't run. Charlotte, you too.
shit.
Cool, you all.
Yeah, we're good.
You all stay still then. Perfect.
Fuck running.
So, okay, you all don't want to run.
It's more that, like Charlotte says, fuck running, just stay close together. We'll move at whatever speed the slowest one goes, but every time one of us gets separated, they're going for that one.
Okay, so as the wolves separate, then this one rolls his shit again. I need you all to roll me again. You're taking additional rage. Roll for Fox Frenzy.
How much rage did we just spend?
One
just
each.
one. And you just one.
And, is it 4 you have to roll it at, or 5 you have to roll
4.
it at?
4.
All right.
4.
I don't know how it is work, so I'm just going to roll it and hope somebody tells me. I assume that's it.
Nah,
Mm-mm.
all good.
Still though, getting more scared, and you're feeling the fear build and build and build and build and build. The wolves almost seem to be watching you now, as you guys, I'm assuming, are booking it for the lake.
Still booking, just keeping shoulder to shoulder. Making sure nobody gets ahead or behind.
Okay, these two spend Gnosis. They're keeping up. Now, there it is. So, are any of you looking back at all?
Nope.
Not that yours are staying pivoted back in the hope I can hear something about to hit, but no.
Now, as you guys can see the lake coming up, this thing rolls its Gnosis. Because he's been doing all this from a different side to you guys are. You guys all roll. You arriving at the lake begins to freeze. As you're trying to clump along the water, you actually notice the water's been going.
So much for breaking the fucking trail.
Keep moving.
Oh, we're still moving. Which, yeah, she's just gonna try to fucking pitch around, nosing us back towards Lakeside, back, hopefully back in the direction we came.
Your wits athletics. As they go here. This. Fast. This one goes. This one goes here.
All right. If you're done rolling, Torna, can I roll to try and knock some of this lethal off?
You can try, yes.
Nope. And you're asking for another roll from us, or is that just Katie?
Wits athletics.
It's athletics. I will spend 1 willpower for resist pain. Roll this. All successes, diff 6.
I've only got one.
You start making your way back. Charlotte is struggling to get through that snow. What you will see as you come up the laneway, along with several of the other kinfolk, sitting, kind of standing there, blocking your path, is this thing right here, this one right here, and there's one more, but you don't see him, and a bunch of more kinfolk. So what do? Press forward or turn back the way you came?
We're blocking our path.
Back. You know the way you guys went down towards the lake and you started to turn back? They're blocking the path upwards again.
Can we follow the lake round back towards the plains, or?
Essentially, you're going to have to loop around. Going back up towards that way is back right into them.
Yep, not bueno.
Yeah, that's any way that's away from them.
Away from them and not deeper into the woods, hopefully. I'd rather go around and keep track of where we are.
This one's going to roll something at you guys again because he's a prick. Take another rage, roll for Fox Frenzy.
What an S.
Oh my god, just barely.
Oh my god, Bob.
Dude, I'm riding really fucking high right now.
Oh my god, Bob. Oh my god, Bob.
I think that's the happiest botch I've ever got.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like,
Actually,
mhm.
we're all super high on rage right now.
Yeah, you are. But yes, to describe it is when you're not like you don't feel the fox of the kind of frenzy greet you. You're still abjectly terrified because these things are not like anything you've encountered before. Alice, you're in over your head and you know it. And Charlotte, these are only things that your nightmares could dream of, really.
Around the lake, start burning it. Let's fucking go. The rate this guy is going, we're going to be able to run for a long fucking time. Come on.
Yay.
Snip snapping at people.
Rage rocket ship. Please.
Pretty much.
Please.
So
So I'll start like the periodic spending of rage to boost the distance.
They have a beautiful gift. Keeping pace. Jesus Christ. And one more. Okay. So you guys start rocketing ahead. I'll give you guys this for free. You see this thing on one of the other sides of the lake, making these yipping noises, and then just vanishes into the trees.
Fuck that guy in particular.
But then I'm gonna roll this because that's what they have. Charisma, 11 spades, and oh Jesus fuck. Okay. That's when you hear the ground shudder. As that howl is probably more as thunderous as Marcel's, Iripper's, close to Siggy's nearly. It's a thunderous howl. even quietens the yipping and yapping of the other people. This is something far more bigger.
Can we tell from where?
Behind you.
Man, what incentive to keep spending rage.
Do you look behind you at all?
Actually, considering what Juno is planning, she will have a quick glance. Still running, of course, as best she can, so dumping her one rage as she can. She will have a glance around, and it will eventually turn to behind her. But she's trying to see again: is there a place close by where I can break line of sight for just that half a second?
Give me Dex Stealth, difficulty 9.
It certainly will, Mister. And I shall find my Dex Stealth. Is not too bad actually. One.
You think you can get away?
She thinks it. And then, obviously, because you want to do something, she will. Oh, that's horrifying.
That's what you see when you look back, padding through the kinfolk.
You know what? If she thinks about it, is it
That
just
is-
a.
That's bigger than Moon on Snow.
That is something that wants my face, and I don't want him to have my face. So, how sure am I that I can? Is it a think, or is it a I think I can do this?
You think you can do it? Like I said,
Oh.
you don't see anyone looking at you. You think it.
All right, just gonna try it then.
Okay, you roll together. You try to get away.
Just trying to break line of sight for that. Well, you know what's called it, attempted blur. So, what do you want?
Give me your fucking manipulation thingy.
Oh, you want the blur roll? Sweet.
I mean, if you're trying to do blur,
Oh, yeah. I just didn't know if I was away or not, but sure. 3.
you think you are. So
Oh, fair
that's the
enough.
thing.
That's fine. I didn't know if that was me. Oh, yeah, I can judge it, or if that's me actually doing it, but that's fine. Holy shit! Finally, some fucking successes. +4 diff, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
If it worked, but that'll do. And yeah, she'll
Okay.
carry on.
Mm-hmm. So you start pacing along, Alice, and so Juno's gone at this point.
Yeah, Charlotte is just going to keep doing her level best to keep up with Alice. Fucking glancing offside, probably barking after Juno as she suddenly dips off around some fucking trees and shit, but
Now, 2 things are going to happen. The first one now is for Alice and Charlotte. Those charisma subterfuge. So, as you guys are making through, you're actually making it, and then the trees literally just fall on you, like right in front of you. You have to turn one way.
can we jump them?
You can jump them, but 2 or 3 trees falling on top of each other at the same time.
Oh. I will veer towards Alice because when I bump into her shoulder, she'll turn the same way.
It's forcing you to go right.
And thus we went.
Yeah, and thus we went right.
For Junebug. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take away 2. And That's 6, 7. You know. 1, 2, 3. Did you roll your stealth? Did you try to when you dipped away? Important question.
I mean, she blurred, but I wasn't prompted for any more rolls because she was
Blur,
too.
blur does not work unless you roll stealth. It only affects stealth. You can pop blur to activate it, but you have to roll stealth.
Totally, but
Blur means that it's
my next stealth. Yeah. So if I stealth now, it will it have or will it not?
Blur would still be in effect.
Totally, but the idea was, oh look, behind a tree, blur is activated, book it.
I mean, if you booked it with blur active and no stealth, it does absolutely nothing because no matter how many successes you
Just
get,
reactivate it.
Hum?
I don't know, like
Basically, you activated it. You got 4 successes, right?
totally.
So when someone rolls to spot you, they have to beat the number of successes that you roll on a stealth to
Right.
spot you.
I didn't roll stealth now, but I will roll it now.
But yeah, so basically, they don't have to beat any successes. If you roll, no matter how many successes it is, all they are diff 9 to beat. So
I will roll it now then. Dex. Bruises pain. For fuck's sake. 2 successes.
Cool. Cool, 2 successes. Let's see if he sees you, but he's already done something naughty. I don't think he does. I think you got 4, didn't you?
I got 4 on the blur, yeah.
Cool. That's fine. And what are you doing?
How, like, because I was shoulder to shoulder with them, she hopped away, blurred, stealth. How far away? Obviously, I could see them darting right now, yeah?
You can see that they've been forced to dart right because a tree has collapsed. 2 or 3 trees have collapsed in front of them. The other big thing is one padding down with kinfolk flanked around it. You don't know where the other one is.
She's going to try moving as quietly as possible just through the trees. To see, because there's another one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be just out of sight.
Yep.
Would you like me to roll the dex stealth again?
If you want, if you feel like you want to, yes. If you're to move quietly.
I certainly do. I have a plan. Works. 2 successes.
You sneak along. Now, as you're sneaking along, you do get a more beeline of the big thing. But. Let me just double check something. Okay. And now he rolls this. That's activated. And then he rolls this. So you start pacing around. You can't see this thing. You have no fucking clue where it is. For the other two, I need you now to roll me another, we'll say this time, with survival. Because you're getting close to that lake.
Sorry. Thought I was muted.
Yeah, you two.
Yes. Oh boy. And I have this 7 because I have no survival. I get 1!
Okay, you're making your way through. You still have no idea where Juno is. You're making your way through, just pacing rapidly, kind of trying to outrank it. You reckon you're near the open plains. It's just, man, these things are swarming and enjoying themselves while they're swarming. Before I get back to Juno, there was another thing. Charisma subterfuge. Alice.
Yes.
As you're pacing along, you're kind of cutting through the trees. One of the trees snaps in front of you and ends up almost backing you into the water, essentially. I need you to roll me Dex Athletics, difficulty 8.
Okay. Yeah. No big. 3.
Yeah, you're all right. The tree doesn't land on you, but you're kind of billowing into the ice now. This is where it gets interesting. Hi or low, Bob?
Hi.
I roll a baby.
As Charlotte sees Alice, she kind of backs up a bit. She ducks under the tree masterfully and stumbles back out into the icy lake. As she looks down, she hears a under her weight. And the last thing Charlotte sees of Alice is down into the water.
I mean, all Charlotte can do in that split second, even if it's a lost cause, is try to lunge under that tree because she's a little smaller, give it a wiggle, and try to, like, reach down and snap, see if she can, like, I don't know, grab her scruff, grab something.
Give me Dex Athletics, difficulty 8. Alice, I need you to roll Stamina Athletics, not be dragged away by the current.
Okay. I got a pair of 7s.
Actually got 3 successes.
Okay. Alice is being dragged away, and because she got fails, difficulty 8, but it's just a fail, it's not a botch. Charlotte, you're holding on to her fur, and you're fighting against the current here. And
I'm trying.
when you look over your shoulder, you just see that thing watching you, studying at a distance, not getting up close, but watching. With this thing padding along beside it, snarling.
Fuck you, I'm gonna brace my pawsies.
So it's up to you what you decide to do. But Alice, you're kind of, flailing in the water. Charlotte's trying to pull you out with her teeth, essentially.
If, based on how shifting works, would I lose my grip if I tried to shift up to get the better strength?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna brace and start fucking, pulling. Try to get her out.
Diff 8, it's a current. It's rapid.
Is it just raw strength? Or
Raw strength.
Okay. Fair enough. I know this is a losing battle, but I have to try, god damn it. Do I get any strength in this? Oh, I get 1. Woo! I got 1 whole 9. I haven't lost her yet. I don't know that I'm making progress, but fuck.
You're holding on to her for dear life. Alice, you reckon either she's going to let you go, you might have a chance if you flow downstream, but holding on to here with them, Char's going to die.
Alice does what she thinks is the right thing. She breaks the fur off.
Just thrash out of the hold.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bob!
So as Alice nibbles at the brush of the fur off and floats downstream, I'm going to put a pin in you, Alice, and we will have some fun, you and I. As Alice floats down, bashing away, as you just see her kind of trashing around. As we put a pin in Alice, and we will come back to her. Charlotte, what do you do?
I mean, she's almost immediately going to make kind of a strained, pained kind of noise in response because, God fucking damn it. And then she is going to have to do a quick glance around to assess how close everything in the world is to her right now.
They've paced and are almost studying. This one is the head tilt, waiting.
What kind of scenery do I have? What kind of props? What kind of anything?
I will give the scenery for you. I have a picture.
Like, I know I've got one
pictures.
down tree. And some broken ice.
You know what, Katie? It looks like shit. All right.
It does look like shit!
It looks like shit.
I'm trying to use my people brains.
I'm trying to use mine as well. It's not working.
That's what your scenery looks like.
I'm gonna
Just imagine a bit more heavier snow now around some of the water.
Yep,
It's
heavier
fucking dark.
snow and some pretty heavy ice, and it's dark. And one down tree. Thanks, tree, for not being an ass.
She's
Thanks,
like, "You're a bitch."
nature, for not fucking up my shit. Fuck. And I guess I'm on that nice clear bit of bank, so I ain't got shit. How much of this water is covered in ice?
About 75%.
Is there enough covering that I can make a break for that middle bit where there's actually land under it?
You
That
can.
kind of sandbar.
You can just roll me your Then their Dex Athletics there, buddy. Survive.
I'm thinking. I'm trying to use my noodle.
Do it. Think. Use the noodle. It's a good noodle.
You know what? No, I'm not going to go for that. That is too clear. Basically, I guess it would be your left because it's my right, where there's some rocky bit of coast there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming that's my down tree.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm breaking across there.
Again, same roll.
Sorry, what was the roll?
Dex Athletics there, buddy.
Gonna. For what it's worth, it's visible that she is actually assessing her surroundings before making this decision quickly, but thinking about it. This is not a knee jerk. Skitter.
You do. You start skittering. Slowly. Do you look behind you at all?
Oh yeah, at this point I have to. Like, there is nobody to catch my ass right now.
Well, this thing starts padding. Followed by the snarling one. They just start padding. Taking their time. Sniffing. Assessing.
Is he keeping pace to where he can see, or is he just keeping a certain amount of distance?
Keeping a bit of both.
How many rounds would it take him, or turns would it take him to get to me, in theory, or actions, I should say, because rage is a thing, if he really decided to dedicate himself?
1.
Ooh, that is not bueno.
You are seeing these wolves, they're moving fast. Like the snarling one, like takes off into the tree line. Way faster than your eyes even blink. Like before you didn't even notice him spending rage. That's not rage spending. He's just moving faster.
Like almost Zuri style faster.
Yeah.
Essentially. Fuck
Yeah.
me. Which God damn it. Which way does the water flow?
West.
Which way am I going at this point?
East.
Naturally. You know what? That might still work. Charlotte is going to go for cover because it's cover for them too, but if she can find any sort of fortunate place to hole up somewhere where she can get out of sight.
With survival.
Heh. Heh. Okay. 7. 1 whole success.
You barely do it. You're kind of scrounging and squitching and scratching and like you kind of bury yourself rapidly. You know what I mean? It's fucking cold.
Yeah, if she can find anything that looks promising, she'll even burrow if she has to.
Give me another wit survival.
Looking for the most promising thing. Ooh, I got 2 this time.
You start burrowing further, you start going further because you can hear that snarling howl and you start rapidly panicking. You're digging, you're trudging through that forest. You make a good headway away. And you are left alone in the wilderness. Alone. Burrowing. And we're going to put a pin in you.
Oh boy.
As we go back to Junebug.
Oh god.
Junebug. I need you to roll me a perception alertness. Your difficulty is 8.
Alright, I can do that. That is 1 success.
Beautiful. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 into your hamstring.
I will try and soak.
Just need 2.
I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You collapse onto the ground, bleeding heavily. Barely able to get up. Because that's a hamstring wound he did.
Oh.
You see just literally vault, bite, separate, stare at you much like this.
And he's just staring at me?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would Juno know if Gaia's breath would, obviously it repairs the ag, you spend the notice, it repairs ag. Would it also negate the hamstring effects?
Yes. However, Juno, you feel a deep rumbling breath from behind your back.
Alright. I have a plan. It is probably a stupid plan, and it probably won't work mechanically.
Mm-hmm.
So my idea is, so I have 2 plans. I have a Gaia's breath, use it, and snarl at the predator, the guy in front of me, and book it.
Guy's breath will do. You have to spend a gnosis to do the guy's breath. You see, that'll be 2 actions.
That's what I thought. All right. Second plan. Anything reflective? Anywhere?
What? Nope.
Nothing?
Nope. You're not by the water, buddy.
You know what? That's exactly what I was thinking. The guy who's staring at me.
If you turn,
I mean, there's one in front of me, right?
yeah.
So, I mean, he's looking at me. I'm looking in his eyes, right?
Do you look in his eyes?
I mean...
Do you? That's the question.
Honestly, I was thinking about that. What would she do here? You know what? She rolls onto her side. She can't run.
You roll up to your side. This thing just keeps staring, but you hear the deep rumbling breath. This thing looms over you.
She is, yeah, for all intents, panting heavily through exhaustion and just straight fear. Like, her heart is going a million miles a minute at this point. She is just like, this is all I can do. I can't run. My legs are fucked.
Rolls fucking this, because it's got pure breed on you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it picks you up in its teeth and shakes you around. Not hurting you, but you feel the jagged teeth actually maim the side of your cheek. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then it puts its paws on you and puts its claws like right across your belly, almost like bashing you into the ground, essentially. You're not taking no damage.
Again, she just lies there, just like, yeah.
But feel free to take a rage, because you've just been humiliated.
I gotta roll it.
Mm-hmm. Feel free to that, yeah. If you're a proud get of Fenris. You just got made a bitch, essentially.
Maybe that was my plan all along. No, I'll roll this. That probably means nothing. I don't fucking know.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Yep, no, she lies there.
And then it leans down and rumbles. I mean, it's like you can even feel your body starting to shake. Omega. Mine. Territory. Come again. You die. Carry the message. Weakling. And it rumbles again, and it rolls again. Because Red Talon and the runes are dicks. Does the same thing again, except it just beats you harder into the snow, shaking you around. Do you move at all? Or try to?
You know what? No. Nope, she just lets it happen. She takes the beating.
Take another rage.
All right.
I mean, yeah, it's yeah.
Oh,
big
yeah,
bag.
I know. But
Nope, you're good.
We are the luckiest people on Earth.
Oh boy. It reaches up, and you feel that hot liquid hit your back as it keeps walking over you, then walking off.
She will.
This thing
Oh, okay then.
just stares at you. It begins to back off, almost flanking its alpha's back in case you try something.
She will pick herself up. One of my friends.
I mean, you can barely pick your stuff up. Your hamstring, dude. Like
Yeah,
you
no,
can
I
barely
mean,
stand.
she does the dog press up. You know, back legs are just like they don't work. She's holding herself up with one front leg, the other one's just kind of bent from the bashing.
The little other one turns and looks at the big rumbling thing as it turns. They will meet the same fate as you if you make it to send the message. The wild will claim them. Or Gaia will claim them. Like he will claim you. He barks at the little smaller wolf, and they just pad off with a lot of the wolves as you're left alone in the wilderness, bleeding heavily, humiliated by a wolf, not by a human. A wolf. And it is there we will end this part 1, as we will separate and join our compatriots in their solo adventures until we all reconvene them together.